Hunters, Golden, Cello 3. Here's your practice video. Okay, the very first 8 notes goes along with a very syncopated cello 1 part. So, the cello 1 has these notes. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you want to listen for it to go back to that A for beat 1. So 1, 2, 3, 1. So when we go back to 1, then we know that that's the time to change our note. So that's how it lines up with dynamics and all sorts of things. Letter B, we're in 12/8 time, or letter A too. At letter A, we're in 12/8 time. So it's not a 6-beat note. It's actually just a 4-beat note. In 12/8, the dotted quarter gets a beat. So that is just simply 4 beats in a bar. And at letter B, again, 4 beats in a bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. At letter C, I love this part at letter C because the bass, if you listen to the recording, the bass, it's really electronic sounding and it's supposed to sound super kind of funky and woozy. So there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take, we're gonna play the open and slur it, bring our 3rd finger back, and then we're gonna slide back to 4th position 1st finger. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to slide back and then slowly I lift off my fingers. I peel them off one by one like this. So I just kind of, I don't lift them up like we normally do. As I slide back, I'm just peeling them off. And just peel them off. So it's a constant slide into that 1st finger. So take my 3rd finger, slide to harmonic, and then I peel off my fingers to make a slide into 1st finger. You can also slide to 3rd finger, but it's kind of it's not as comfortable to go into the next measure. So I think sliding into 1st finger is probably a pretty good fingering for that. In measure 47, we have triplets like we've been having for that whole section. And then we do duples here. So that rhythm might look funny. It'll feel like 8th notes in 4/4 time. It's just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we go to ponticello. So we want to get close to our bridge by the end of that. So we're going to start forte. And we're going to fade away and get closer and closer to the bridge. So if you look at where my bridge placement is, or I'll try to make this so you can see me a little bit better, it'll go. And you just kind of like let it fade into nothing again. That niente is there. Actually, have I talked about niente yet? I haven't. So N stands for niente, which is Italian for nothing. Niente. So you just decrescendo until it's just fading into nothingness, and then you move on. At letter G, the fingering for this will end up being, then you're going to go to 4th finger. So how that's going to work is 3rd measure of G, go to 4th finger, a little grace note. Now slide that 2nd finger back, and then you're going to do that peel off again. Now the counting will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Not 2. I did that wrong. Let me do that again. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So you're going to kind of like fade that note away before switch into beat 2. Oh, let me say that again. You're going to play the E before we get to beat 2. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And then you just kind of slide it back. So in tempo, it's going to sound like. In some other spots, that doo-doo is held longer, but here it's pretty short. At 2 before letter H, the down bow and the up bow are stacked. The up bow should just be to the side of it. So yeah, the up bow, it's just a down and then an up. And then at letter, the measure before H, it's also another typo, should be another down bow and up bow. Just 2 bows on each of those notes, essentially. That's just a typo on my part. And then after that, everything else about this should be pretty self-explanatory. So enjoy.